Alrighty, hello everybody. I'm Adam the Dabbling Warlock, and today we are doing day 4 of the Learn to Draw in 30 Days challenge. This one's probably going to be a little bit shorter than the other ones have been. I'm feeling a little bit drained, but the reason I'm doing this is because it's not about motivation; it's about discipline. So, without any further ado, let me just get in a little bit better of a drawing position. And let's get started. And by get started, I mean let's do a quick recap for anybody who has missed when I started this a few days ago. So, day one. Day one was draw a square, and then cut in half, and then try and draw a circle that touches all sides of it. Day two was draw a random shape and then make it three-dimensional. So let me just make this consistent all around by just trying to draw it kind of like that. All right, and then yesterday, day 3, was drawing 3 cylinders of varying proportions. Cutting them in half lengthwise and having them kind of stack in front of one another. So something like that. So that was that's what we've been doing so far. There is a link to the playlist where I go over all of this down below. So today, what we're going to be doing is... Oh, can't delete that. Okay, so... Alright, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be drawing 3 cylinders, and then we're going to be cutting them in half 2 different ways. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're just going to draw the first cylinder like this. Yep. And maybe I should have done a little bit of warming up first. So, fun fact, you actually do need to warm up a little bit when you're starting to draw. So, when you get to the point where you're starting to make stuff for yourself, like different artworks and stuff like that, don't just, when you start drawing a drawing session, don't just jump into it. Take a moment to get like loosened up, to get into the flow of things, and then you can start working on it. So anyway, so this is the way we were cutting them in half last time, but now we're going to be cutting them in half this way. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that down there. So what this is doing is this is starting to get you thinking about like how things fall in perspective. So like before, we're just gonna erase the lines we can't see, and I'm gonna have to redraw that one. All right, and then I'm gonna grab the pencil over here, and we're just gonna make a test mark real quick, and let's see. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, maybe that's a little too big. So go ahead and undo that. Space, zoom in, back to where we were, and then we're just going to, yeah, undo. So made that way too big. There we go. That's a lot better. So we're just gonna very lightly give this some shading. Kind of like that. All right, and then we're going to draw the next one. So let's kind of make this one tall and skinny. All right, and then that looks about halfway. So we'll just draw another cut in half there. And then we're going to try and cut this in half a different way. So we're going to do it this way. That's how we did it before. And like the previous two exercises, this is supposed to help you get to where you're starting to draw things in perspective and thinking in perspective. And we're just taking baby steps here. So we have that done. All right. Then we're just going to erase the lines we don't need. And redraw the ones that we do need. All right, there we go. And then we're just gonna very carefully, yeah, like that. And I am discovering there's a reason that like everybody who like does like oh, here's how you paint, here's how you draw, they all talk the same way, because I'm catching myself talking like them. And it's because it is really hard to have a to talk about stuff. And yeah, let's see if we can get this. Yeah, that works a little bit better. It's really hard to talk when you're also trying to concentrate on drawing, and it does take some concentration. Even for like stuff that's like relatively simple. And the main reason is like if I'm just like I'm just talking and I'm not really paying attention, it's just gonna, yeah, it's just not gonna look good. Things are gonna be all over the place and it's not gonna look how you want, which is probably one reason why like when probably one reason you don't see like a lot of people engaging with their chat. So no, I will not add you on Discord. As a matter of fact, I will be deleting that message. So don't ask me that. Not interested. Okay. All right. So let's do one more cylinder, and we're just gonna make this one really wide. Like that. And then this one, I'm not going to draw through like I've been doing on the other ones. And that's what it's called, by the way. Whenever you, let's see, hold on. That isn't quite right. So we want to land about here. So, boom. There we go. And then we're just gonna shade in. And then okay, so yeah, something like that. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this one. It's like I said, it's gonna be a bit of a shorter one. And oh, just cut down the music. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Like I said, I am feeling rather drained. Normally I do, normally I try and do more than this, but this is all that's gonna happen today, and that's okay. The point is not to draw the absolute most that you can every day. It's just do something. Get some marks on paper, or digital marks on digital paper in my case, and just draw. That's all you got to do. It's okay if it's not very good. It's okay if you're feeling a little bit frustrated. It's okay if you're not getting into the flow for whatever reason. You're tired. The mental energy is just not there. It's okay to just like, especially if like you can't work up the mental energy to actually put yourself into a mode where you're learning, which is what this is supposed to be. You're not just supposed to be like copying what I'm doing, or what Marc is doing in the video. You're actually supposed to be drawing and analyzing, okay, why does this look off? And as you do that, you'll learn more. But that's also something that's mentally, it can be mentally fatiguing to do that. So sometimes the best thing to do is just say, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to try and learn anything today. I'm just going to just draw some squiggles or something. And then, hey, maybe you see something out of that, or maybe you don't. Or maybe you just decide to focus on something meditative, like just starting at the center of the page and drawing a spiral outward, like that. And seeing how, or starting at the outside of the page and seeing how tight you can get a spiral going inward without touching it. So you just focus on that and you don't really do anything else. And that could be something relaxing. It can also be a good way to warm up. Especially if like you're worried about control and stuff like that. So it could be good to have something that's like low pressure, no pressure, or something like that. And just remember, this is supposed to be fun. Fun, it's not supposed to be a chore. Especially when you're getting started. So don't worry about it. The main thing is to have enough discipline to where you're just making marks on the page every day, and you're at least making some progress. So anyway, like I said, that's it for me, and I shall talk and I shall catch you tomorrow. And yeah, hope you have a good one. This is Dabbling